My name is Aanchal Sharma. I'm born and brought up Delhi and right now based in Mohali. I'm working as a counseling psychologist in Fortis Healthcare in the Department of Mental Health and Behavioral Sciences. I've done my bachelor's from Jamia Millia Islamia University in psychology honors, and afterwards I've done my post graduation in psychology itself from DAV College Punjab University, Chandigarh. I have been associated with the Women's Indian Chamber for Commerce and Industry as the Vice President for Mental Health Council UT Chandigarh, and right now I am also serving in the capacity of President in the Wellness and Wellbeing Council UT Chandigarh in Wiki. As far as my work is concerned, I have also worked in as a counseling psychologist in an NGO named as Swashrit Society Educating Children for Better Tomorrow, and I've been working with children there with the underprivileged sector. And also I have been associated with a lot of projects like the Sesame Trust workshop, wherein we have worked with children again with the underprivileged sector, where we have studied their family dynamics in relation to their emotional and psychological factors. And this project was done in various cities of various states and cities of India like Hyderabad, Bombay and Bihar and Haryana. Apart from that, as far as my work presently is concerned, I am working with the patients who are dealing with psychological concerns in the OPD, and also I have been working in the IPD with the IPD patients also, with the patients who are dealing with any kind of physical discomforts, and how they are also having the psychological concern. So making them, just helping them being motivated, helping them being resilient enough to deal with the physical discomforts and the distresses that they're dealing with. Also, I have been working with a lot of corporates and the schools of Tri-City, Himachal and Punjab, and I have done a lot of webinars, 300 plus webinars till now, and workshops with these corporates and the schools. So I believe that no matter in whichever field you are, there are of course ups and downs, there are pros and cons in each and every field, and there are challenges that you face in every field. So as far as my field is concerned, which is the mental health field, I think we have been hearing about a lot of concerns that people are facing in relation to this. लोग बात नहीं करना चाहते हैं मेंटल हेल्थ के बारे में, मोस्टली लोग अपने इमोशंस के बारे में ज़्यादातर बात नहीं करना चाहते हैं. अगर उनको कोई मेंटल डिसऑर्डर डायग्नोस हुआ है, चाहे वो डिप्रेशन है या वो एंजाइटी है, तो उसके बारे में लोग खुल के अपने घर वालों को नहीं बताना चाहते हैं. स्पेशली बच्चे अपने घर वालों से स्पेसिफिकली इन चीज़ों के बारे में बात नहीं कर पाते हैं. So I think this is again one of the stigma where people don't want to come up and actually talk about these particular topics and their emotions and feelings in general. And I think moreover, another stigma that I can talk of in this field is that the people have very less information in relation to this particular field. When अगर किसी को जो एक जनरल चीज़ें हम देखते हैं, like for example if I go for my IPD rounds also in the hospital, and when I go I introduce myself that I'm the psychologist in the hospital and I've just come here to kind of talk to you or just to understand how you are doing. So the first response most of the patients gives, नहीं हम पागल नहीं हैं, हमें कुछ नहीं हुआ है, we are okay. So I think this again is the misinformation that people carry, that it's not important that the psychologist is just there to kind of diagnose you that you're mental and you are having this particular disorders. Psychology is even more than the mental health disorders and this particular spectrum. And apart from that, I think whenever the patients are dealing with any kind of hallucinations or delusions, people actually don't want to go to a psychiatrist, but they actually want to go and visit a Baba or something, क्योंकि उनको लगता है कि इन पे भूत आ गया है या कुछ ऐसा religious aspect, या there are a lot of superstitions that people carry about the same thing. So I'm not talking about the religious beliefs that people carry, of course it's a different part, but apart from that there are mental health disorders that can have these kind of consequences and repercussions also. So always a psychiatrist or a clinical psychologist would be a better person to go and visit. So apart from all these stigmas of course that we have been hearing out in the mental health field, so I think one of the other challenge that I have been facing in this field, or maybe one of my observations that I have done in this particular years of my work is that I think there's a lot of sexual tension that has actually built up in especially the youth, and of course the other adults also. So I think the major cause or the problem that this particular thing has been on so much of hype, the sexual tension between people or in the relationship is so much on the hype because of the social media, I guess. I think there are a lot of shows on various platforms like Netflix, Alt Balaji, or Amazon Prime, and etc., which have been showing a lot of content in relation to this particular topic. And I think so much of access to these things and easily available जितनी ये चीज़ें होती जा रही हैं रोज़मर्रा में, आई थिंक इस पे हमें समझना ज़रूरी है दैट हैविंग एजुकेशन अबाउट सेक्स इज़ समथिंग एल्स rather than understanding कि ये चीज़ें इतनी easily available है and at a very tender age also. So there's a difference between being educated about something and there's a difference between getting information about something and everything in that particular field. So I think one message that I really want to give to the youth, that understand that relationships when you are forming, it's not just about the sexual intimacy or the physical intimacy that you're creating with the person, but moreover about the emotional consistency that you're having or the compatibility that you're having with that in that relationship with the other person. So build your relationships on that, and that's how it will go in the long way. Coming to my accomplishments, if I have to talk about, so I really feel that where I'm sitting right now, my particular job that I'm having right now, my own chamber, when I see my name carved on a particular plate. So I think all these small things really matter to me, and I have always been a person who focus on the small things in life, and I think these small things have given me all these big accomplishments that I'm able to do, and that's why I'm sitting here right now and making this video also. And gratitude is something that I've always believed in, and that's how I want to lead my life ahead. So I think moreover, when I got my admission in Jamia, that was again a very big accomplishment for me. And one reason is, of course, because I really adore and love that university, and those 3 years were my best period that I can count on in my life. And apart from that, I never planned that. I never planned to do psychology. I belong to a non-medical background, and of course when you hear the non-medical stuff, it's about engineers, but I never wanted to go into engineering, but I never even planned for psychology. So when I got admission in that particular university, and that too for psychology, so today here I am with that passion and zeal that I want to do something in this particular field, and I'm trying my level best for the same. So with that note, my advice to the young women out there, and to all the women out there, and I think to all the men also out there, to all the children also, is that I think just when you stand in front of the mirror, you cannot lie to yourself, because that's the one person that you cannot lie. Standing in front of the mirror, telling yourself the truth is something which is the most beautiful thing to do. So just trust the process, whatever happens in your life, and just be a truthful person to your own self, what you are doing, how you are doing, and just be resilient. There are a lot of harsh things that will come into your life, but with that there are a lot of beautiful stuff also awaiting for you. And with that note, I would just like to end with my favorite quote by Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother, that sometimes even when you know that how things going to be end, it doesn't mean that you cannot enjoy the ride. So thank you so much.